identical samples. But that means that whoever was bitten by the gravedigger's dog was able to get away and must have fled via the canal. It would be helpful to know where he had his clothes. If it was Sir William, I'd have to find his tailor. I hope it... What about the tailor's workshop? Yes, here it is. The workshop on Wilson. Only expensive items.
To je veškerý turista, co máš. Jo? To je město. Tak někdy přijde paní a...
Strange. Somebody threw away today's newspaper with the... I bet this somebody is now standing at the fountain. It's locked. A respectable tailor's workshop. This is where Sir William's suits were. Excuse me, is this Wilson Street?
You are standing right in it.
Briscoe. Detective?
Ah, how can I help you, sir?
Forgive me, but you look as though you've seen...
No. Why? Not at all.
I can understand that. A man needs to relax.
Exactly.
To sit down for a while, put one's...
Yes.
Have a cigarette and maybe read the papers.
Yes. Everybody has that right.
No, of course.
So would you do me a favor and don't ask me such rubbish?
I found your papers. Do you always...
Is that a crime?
No, but I think the article about...
Are you surprised? Well, I'll tell you. This morning, I found the shop door open. Nothing was missing. But then I read the article and put two and two together. You get it? I'm not so sure.
Perhaps you just forgot to lock the door.
No. I locked myself out once, so I can tell you because you are from the police. I have a nice hiding place by the fountain, see? Nobody...
It doesn't prove anything. Someone might have found the hiding place.
Out of the question. Like I said, it must have been him.
I can call my people in here if you want.
No. Don't worry about it.
The man is hiding something. He's obviously afraid of... Otherwise, he'd at least consider... It's locked. I'd like to show you something. Where is it? Here. Have a look at this.
Are you testing me, sir? It's in...
Both sample?
You have my word.
So, is it possible they both...
No, not from a suit. Now, the ladies' scarves are popular, but we are the only tailors that... I've already had several orders. All...
Can you give me names?
Of course not. Unless you ask about a specific... And one more thing. You probably can't tell, but one... Here, see? My expert...
Strange. I hadn't noticed.
From the Indian silk? Certainly, but no details, you understand.
You can say it now, or later at the station. Your...
All right. He was. He was very satisfied with it. He ordered...
How do you wear such a thing?
Around your neck, of course. How you tie it is entirely up.
Would it be possible to pull it over your nose to cover up half of your face?
Of course, but before you ask...
Thank you. That should be...
A detective. You'll like it.
What happened, officer?
The patrol who sent for that journalist is back.
Do they have him?
They don't.
Well, let me know when they do.
Wouldn't his printer be enough for now? He's in custody.
It's not a bad idea. What does he...
He's been arrested because he refused to open the door to the detective, so the journalist could escape.
What a fool.
Go down the corridor and then turn right. If you don't mind, he's sharing the cell with another suspect. We're a bit crowded right now.
It doesn't matter. So, straight ahead, then... I've nothing to tell him. Detective Briscoe. Do you know him?
I should. I work for him.
I have several questions for you. If you answer them, you...
Ask away.
Something simple first.
Who?
Don't play dumb with...
Ah, you mean Nate. Well,
Do you know anything...
I'm just a print worker, sir. What I know you can...
Just as you like. You're shoot... Sometimes I regret that the police stopped using thumbscrews. I want to know about the last issue, the leading article.
Detective, I'm just a print worker. I do...
Do you know that I could send you to prison for 2 years?
Why would you? There are plenty of print...
We'll see. You'll be an example.
That's not fair.
Consider it recompense for all...
Whatever you say.
Stubborn dump. How long have you been working for the...
For several years.
So you and Mr. Forrest are friends?
Guess so.
Tell me, what sort of a man?
Oh, no. He knows exactly...
Does he really believe what he has been writing?
I guess so.
Do you talk about it?
Yeah, but only technically.
You're not being very...
Sorry, Detective. I've told you...
I think he's just playing with me. He takes me for a fool, but I won't... Maybe you know I met Mr. Forrest yesterday morning. He was in such a hurry that he forgot his...
That's nothing unusual.
Do you know what surprised me? The photographs in the papers...
So he took more shots.
No, he didn't have that much time. I'm sure...
So what's your version of the story? If you're waiting for me...
That's not necessary. He was there first, and then he put...
That's not how it...
How did it go then? Isn't it true that the only thing that sells your papers... What would Mr. Forrest be capable of doing? Just what about killing somebody? But when Sir William died, he must have taken the body away to create another filthy story.
You're insane.
The gravedigger probably troubled him. A journalist must have had a Your silence proves how faithful you are. Confess. How many murders are you
None. That's just rubbish. Oh my God.
It doesn't matter anymore. The prosecution will have it. I think I hit the bullseye. He seems to be pondering something. I've nothing to tell.
Budeme...
I'll come back when I need. I should give it back, but it can wait. He's pretty tough. What about the tailor's workshop? Yes. Only expensive items. It was unbelievable insolence. And then pretend... Would you please have a look at this? Look carefully.
What is it?
Human nails. To be more specific,
I do not understand.
I'll explain immediately. A man wakes up in the dark and realizes, let's say in a coffin, turns mad with fright, then focuses on the cover, the only possible escape. It starts suffocating, and his madness would escalate, and he'd cut himself out through the wood with his bare. He frantically claws at the wood, but his nails wouldn't...
Enough! Enough! Please, stop!
Alive, Father Mulcahy. This is clear evidence that he...
What are you saying? That steward, the family doctor.
Sir, come over here and have a look.
Do you have the body?
I have a body, sir, but it's not Sir William.
What?
We took him out and identified him immediately. It's the doctor, Sir James Stewart. We...
So he stayed here after all?
Go around the cemetery all the way to the bridge, sir. The body got stuck under a branch, otherwise it would have been carried much further. I left one of my men there, sir. Do you need company?
No, I think I know where it is. Thank you, Carter. Good job.
Detective, I just overheard what your
What's the rush? You need to unburden?
Yes, I confess that I was withholding something from you. But
It'll have to wait.
Of course.
Just don't get murdered. That's a...
You have really come...
I will let him stew in his own juice. Detective Briscoe. And you are?
Robin, sir.
I've come to see the body.
It's over there.
You know who it is?
Yes, his name's James Stewart.
Well done, Robbins.
Right over there, sir. Under the bridge. Poor devil.
He was carried quite a distance.
I'd say he was already dead. Got a nasty wound on the neck, but he doesn't seem to have bled.
Well, what do you think?
Something must have sucked him, sir. I'm sure of it.
An interesting theory. I've not...
Sir...
Are you afraid?
Oh, no, sir. Never on duty. But,
Forget it. I can afford no more people. You'll have to manage on your own.
yes, sir.
The theory that Sir William has been kidnapped by the family doctor, I have to follow a different... I need him to stay where he... I need him to stay where he is. I should have found that poor man earlier. Blast him. Isn't this ironic? The whole time I was chasing the journalist, I didn't have the slightest idea. Mixing it is as easy as a... He has a deep wound on his neck, but I can't see a single drop of blood. This means even more paper. I need him to... He has a deep wound on it. He has a deep wound on his... I'll come back. I have to wait a few minutes. I have to wait a few minutes. The two imprints are from different shoes. Do you still wish to tell me something?
Yes.
You saw something that night, am I correct?
No, but I heard.
Do you know who it was?
I do not know, really. I was mad with fear. I prayed out loud to deafen the...
Is this all you wanted to tell me?
No. Earlier on, perhaps it is not important, but he strongly demanded something, but she...
Do you know what the subject of the argument...
I had the impression he wanted to look into the coffin, but the lady refused. Yes, it might have been so, now that I know that Sir William...
So you think he wanted to make sure?
Yes.
That explains why Dr. Stewart did not come home after. He stayed somewhere near the cemetery and waited until his conscience troubled him, and he told me everything he knew. I should give it back, but it can wait. I'll come back. I need him to He has a deep wound on his neck. No, I'm sure it wasn't his shoes which left the imprint in front of the church. No, I'm sure it wasn't his shoes which left the imprint in front of the church. No, I'm sure it was. No, I'm sure it wasn't his shoes which... He told me everything he knew. The two imprints. There's no need to bother. I'm not thirsty now. I wouldn't drink from most fountains, but this one seems to be all right. It's locked. Tell Lady Miriam that Mr. Stewart's body was found.
Oh my goodness.
Far from it.
I'll tell her right away.
If this doesn't get that old lady to pick up the phone, then nothing will.
Milady will call you in a minute. Your news upset her.
I do apologize. Yes, madam, I'm listening very carefully. I don't want to violate your privacy, madam, but you surely understand the circumstances under which your grandson... Exactly. Mr. Stewart, your family doctor, is... And did you talk to him? I have a witness to your argument. Did he ask you for another examination of Sir William's body? It wasn't nonsense, as you think, Lady. I found evidence that Sir William, your grandson, still lived. I'm terribly sorry to have to tell you that. Madam? Lady Lewis? Miss, hurry to your lady. Take her a glass of water or something stronger.
Oh my goodness, Lady Mary.
Lady Lewis? Thank God. Are you all right? I'm terribly sorry, but all the evidence seems when your grandson was buried. I can't explain why your doctor... And then it seems changed his mind. I'll spare you all the details, dear lady, but please consider my advice. I'd like one of my best guards to stay. He will protect you and intervene if necessary. I understand you don't wish it, but there is a chance Sir William is alive and that... No, of course I'm not going to hunt him. He suffered from a terrible shock, and he'll need medical... But at the same time, I can't rule out the possibility he'll... All right, this is your decision, and I'm inclined to... If Sir William returns home, immediately inform... Her reaction was convincing. Pity I had to tell it to her in... But I needed to make sure she has nothing to do with the case. Considering the direction the maid went, did she mention Sir William's workroom? But I suppose I won't get... Not without a good reason and a proper... Not without a good reason. I'll come back. He told me everything he knew.